Right now, some restrictions on non-essential businesses will be lifted today. How they plan to adapt their operations.
Plus, gas prices are down across the country this morning. We're taking a look at how low they may go.
And drizzle and fog this morning, but you'll still need that umbrella today. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, folks. You made it halfway through the week. It is Hump Day, Wednesday, April 29th. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Josh Ryder. Chris Stanford is off for the rest of the week. He went down to Oklahoma yesterday, bringing the whole family up, so they're officially moving here this weekend.
That's a 13-hour drive, folks. We're giving them a little bit of time to get down there, get back, and settle into their new home.
Yeah, we all know moving is not easy, especially right now, so we'll be looking forward to having him back on Monday. Let's get to the headlines right now. There are currently more than 6,300 cases of coronavirus here in Wisconsin. In the past 24 hours, the Department of Health Services has confirmed more than 240 new cases and an additional 18 deaths. Nearly half of those infected in our state have recovered from the virus. As we continue to work on flattening the curve here in Wisconsin, attention is now shifting toward reopening the economy.
Starting today, some restrictions will be lifted, allowing a handful of non-essential businesses to get back up and running. The latest order from Governor Evers allows operations to resume at a limited capacity. Businesses have to follow health guidelines and also offer contact-free payment options, either online or over the phone. Among those allowed to reopen today are pet groomers, though some modifications to how they operate, of course, are required. Businesses like Tabby and Jack's have been able to keep retail open so far, but with the clear to offer grooming services again, they say appointments are filling up fast. They have made changes to help with social distancing, adding another grooming room, stacking appointments, and doing curbside pickup with pets. Salon manager Kelsey Keys says if some pets go too long without grooming, it can actually affect their health.
And those dogs are uncomfortable and they're matted and they might have underlying skin issues underneath. So that's pretty much the primary reason. We've been so worried about grooming not being deemed essential or not being open.
You can see a full list of businesses allowed to reopen up on channel3000.com.
While the dialing back of restrictions is a sight of relief for some business owners, others say they've taken a hit in the last month that will be hard to overcome.
We closed on March 24th. According to Governor Evers' orders, we had to let $500 approximately worth of live bait go to waste. No income since the 24th of March is a little hard to sustain for a business like this, which isn't the most lucrative in the first place.
That's Keith Syring. He owns a bait shop in Schofield. He says they're adapting their new business to new standards and are hoping they'll see a surge of business this weekend as fishermen and women get back out on the water to help recoup their losses. At least 21 other states are also easing various restrictions, in many cases without meeting federal guidelines on the decline. Texas is set for a partial reopening Friday. Alabama will also join them. And New York plans to reopen in phases in different parts of the state, but health officials are still urging caution.
We've really got to be careful and very circumspect as we go from a lockdown to a gradual rolling re-entry into some sort of normality.
Daily death totals continue to drop, but the pandemic is still very much active in the United States. Right now, there are more than 1 million cases of coronavirus nationwide.
Vice President Mike Pence is facing criticism this morning after appearing to ignore hospital guidelines during a visit to Mayo Clinic. The vice president was photographed without a mask while meeting with a recovered COVID patient surrounded by other people in masks. Mayo's policy does require visitors to wear masks, which is based on White House guidelines. The hospital tweeted that the vice president had been briefed on the policy before the visit. That tweet has since been deleted. In Madison, UW Health says employees at the blood bank have been instrumental in a nationwide program to investigate whether plasma from survivors of COVID-19 could be used as a potential treatment method. It's something the blood bank has been able to put together in a matter of weeks, a process that would normally take months.
We all know, those of us that are here in the blood bank day in and day out, we all know what this staff is capable of. And it was great to just be able to see them rise to the occasion and pull this together in such a timely fashion.
UW Transfusion Services professionals have been praised by leaders of the National Consortium of Hospitals for their efforts to move the clinical trial forward so quickly and effectively. A Rock County woman is sharing her experience with us this morning after testing positive for coronavirus.
Blackhawk Tech instructor Tina Aldrich says she felt she was doing everything right. In fact, since school ended for spring break on March 6th, she says she hasn't left home in an attempt to avoid coming into contact with someone who has coronavirus. But just about 2 weeks ago, she began to develop symptoms.
I was so sick, I just don't even, it's like, okay. I was really sick. I wasn't coherent. I couldn't breathe.
Tina got a drive-through test and tried to get admitted to the hospital, but was told they could not let her in unless her results came back positive days later. 2 weeks later, Aldrich says life is just now starting to get back to normal. Her main concern, though, is still making sure her family members, especially her parents, do not get sick.
All right, 6:05 on your Wednesday. Miss Hattie McLean is here with a foggy start to our day. Hey, Hattie.
Yeah, definitely gray outside across southern Wisconsin. Not quite as bad in Platteville. Here's the Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam. Not a lot of fog there, but here's what it looks like in Madison on the west side. Quite a different story here. We definitely have issues with fog in Madison and points to the south and east. That's where a dense fog advisory is in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Now, that does include Jefferson and Rock County, so parts of our viewing area are included in that dense fog advisory. Visibility is about 2 miles here in Madison, a mile in Watertown, still less than a mile, though, in Juneau. And in Milwaukee, visibility is down to 1/4 mile right now. Here's a look at our rain situation this morning. We've had some isolated thunder and lightning south and east of Janesville. Not a lot of lightning showing up on the map right now, but you can see that the rain is increasing in coverage for southeastern Wisconsin. It will continue to rotate through the area. Now you can see a few showers popping up in northeastern Dane County and elsewhere across the region. Expect those showers to continue to develop as we go through the morning into the afternoon. Here's a look at Weather Track. The area of low pressure responsible for all this moisture is right in southeastern Wisconsin. On the back side of the system, it's going to be a northerly wind today, but still we keep the chances for rain in the forecast. Here's a look at our temperatures this morning. We're in the 40s and 50s across the region. Not a bad start to the day at all. It is a little drizzly though right now. 46 here in Madison, 44 in the Dells. Janesville is dropping, but there's still the warm spot at 55 degrees. Your future track forecast model showing you a bit more coverage on the rain showers at 6 than what we're actually seeing right now, but you get the idea. Heavier rain to the south and east. Watch as we put this map into motion, heading towards the lunch hour today. Again, the rain continues. It does spread a little bit further to the west, so we're likely to see on and off showers here in Madison and the rest of southern Wisconsin. Heaviest rain will be in the southeastern corner of the state. That's where they had over an inch of rain yesterday. And again, with some heavy rain today, take a look at some of these rain potentials. Again, over an inch possible for southeastern Wisconsin, much lighter amounts for most of our viewing area. Those heavy rain totals, though, have prompted an aerial flood advisory. There could be some urban flooding in parts of southeastern Wisconsin later today. Our extended forecast does improve as we go through the rest of the week. We're talking 60s, at least for the end of the week, and even low 70s on Saturday. We will start to dry out. The best chance for rain tomorrow will be east of Madison.
All right, Hattie, thank you very much. 6:08 now. Demand for gas is at its lowest level in more than 50 years, meaning prices are still low.
Yeah, here in Wisconsin, many stations are selling for a little more than $1 per gallon. You might have seen prices even below $1. Christina Laurie joins us this morning to tell us if prices could drop even more. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. AAA says don't expect prices to drop much further than this. Wisconsin hit its lowest levels pretty quickly. Sorry, I'm just, my computer bounced out trying to get this pulled back up again for you. But according to AAA, Wisconsin convenience stores dropped straight to those lowest prices fast. Right now, the average gas price in the Madison metro area, about $1.20 a gallon for regular gas. The national average, right around $2. Many Madison stations hit a low of less than $1 last week, while AAA says it's difficult to predict where gas prices will eventually bottom out. Prices are starting to fall more slowly. This is because of two main reasons. Demand has dropped to about as low as it can go, and oil refineries are reducing production. There's still an oil surplus, though, so for now, both Gas Buddy and AAA expect the statewide average to continue to fall. Now, the million-dollar question is, how long will these low prices last? We're all weeks or months away from being able to take that road trip again, but once we're able to, will we be able to start capitalizing on these record low prices, or will they already be gone? I'll answer those questions ahead at 5:30.
Very interesting conversation. Christina Laurie working from home and doing a great job while she does that. Thanks, Christina.
We have a first warn traffic alert for you. This is a closer look at that crash that has Stoughton Road closed in both directions this morning. You can see it involves a semi. A viewer sent this in to us. We do have a crew headed to the scene right now, and we'll bring you more information as that becomes available. Here's a look right now at what we're dealing with traffic this morning. It is a foggy start out there, so no word yet on if fog played a role in that crash, so make sure you do have those headlights on. This is what we're dealing with. This is Stoughton Road. It actually happened at Buckeye Road, but all lanes are closed right there, so you'll want to avoid the area. The rest of Dane County right now, no major issues. We do have an update right now. There was a closure on Highway 78 earlier up near Sauk City. That has since been reopened, so some good news there. There's your drive times right now. Everything in the green as you head out the door this morning. 25 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline, 16 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and 9 minutes from Sun Prairie to downtown. So a good start out there, everything in the green. Coming up on 6:11 this morning and still ahead for us on this Wednesday morning, we're learning more about a new spray-on coating that can make public spaces safer for months at a time.
And we'll tell you how Facebook, plus some of our favorite celebrities, are planning a celebration for the class of 2020 since their graduation ceremonies have had to be canceled. That's when News 3 Now this morning continues. Stay with us.
It's time to freshen up around your yard. This year, don't struggle with bulky bags of mulch. Call JR.
JR's mulch sales, spread it around.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Call Hillestead Heating and Cooling in Madison and Lodi. In the Monroe area, call Roofer Refrigeration and Heating.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now. Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
The law offices of Gingras, Thompson, and Wachs are here to support our community through this challenging time. We thank everyone bringing invaluable services to our neighbors. The Gingras, Thompson, and Wachs team remains available to assist in any way.
The Our Home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Comfortable with the innovative MyRide suspension system and high-back suspension seats. Powerful with commercial-grade engines. Heavy-duty, built to tackle tough terrain while providing Toro's professional quality of cut. Versatile, so you can get more done on or off the mower. Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Count on it.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back at 6:14 this morning. The Federal Reserve says they will announce their latest decision on interest rates today. The central bank is expected to leave rates near zero and will provide further insight as to how long they will remain down. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will hold a virtual press conference starting at 1 this afternoon.
New data from the CDC this morning suggests the U.S. death total from the coronavirus is actually much higher than what's currently being reported. Researchers say the latest numbers likely undercount the total because of delays between when a person dies and when their death certificate is completed. That delay can typically range from 1 week up to 8. The number of people killed by COVID-19 is currently at more than 55,000 countrywide. A new study out of Beijing is revealing new information on how the coronavirus impacts men and women differently. They say both have an equal opportunity to catch the virus, but the consequences might be more severe for men. Their data found the death rate for male patients was nearly 2.5 times that of women. And researchers studying outbreaks of the virus around the world say stricter quarantine measures are more effective at flattening the curve. Looking at cases on 4 continents, they say the most effective strategies were found to be a combination of social distancing and aggressive national testing.
The Food and Drug Administration is now asking hand sanitizer manufacturers to make their product unpalatable in an attempt to prevent people from eating and drinking it. The FDA says the National Poison Data System has seen a 79% increase in calls involving hand sanitizer consumption compared to this time last year. Most of those calls involved children younger than 5. The FDA's commissioner says it is important for sanitizer to be made in a way that makes them unappetizing, especially to younger children. A new spray-on coating that can protect surfaces from viruses for up to 90 days is set to hit the market next month. According to The Hill, this product has been in development at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology for the last decade. The spray can actually be applied to commonly touched surfaces such as handrails and elevator buttons. Once applied, it will kill viruses, bacteria, and spores even after it has dried. Researchers say the coating is non-toxic and is safe for the skin and the environment. Public health guidelines still discourage commercial air travel at this time, but if you do find yourself needing to catch a flight, one airline says it will make sure you're equipped with what you need to stay safe and healthy. Starting in the next few weeks, American Airlines will be handing out sanitizing wipes or gels and face masks to all passengers. American will be the first airline to provide protective equipment for passengers. This comes after an announcement from JetBlue saying all their passengers will be required to wear face coverings.
Facebook and Instagram plan to honor America's class of 2020 with a live stream event next month. Oprah Winfrey is scheduled to give the commencement speech. Lil Nas X and Miley Cyrus will perform, among other celebrity appearances, including Jennifer Garner, Awkwafina, and Simone Biles. The ceremony will even give shout-outs to individual high schools across the U.S. The event will be live streamed on May 15th, starting at 1 p.m. Central Time. As we move past events canceled for this year, next year's calendar is already coming into question. The mayor of New Orleans says she will have to consider canceling next year's Mardi Gras celebration. The festival's only been canceled about 13 times, usually during war or times of political unrest. Louisiana's governor says it's not out of the question, but right now it's too soon to make that call.
I can't even think about next year yet.
Heartbreaking,
Oh my goodness. One day at a time, and that's what we got Hattie here for. We just got to make it through, what, a couple more days, and the weekend's looking great.
The weekend sure does look great, but yeah, this week, not the best weather coming up today especially. Take a live look outside. This is our WIC-TV sky camera shot. You can tell there are some raindrops on the camera, most likely from the drizzle that is occurring right now, but keep that umbrella handy today. We do have rain in the forecast. We're also dealing with a dense fog advisory in some parts of the area that goes until 10 o'clock this morning. It's in southeastern Wisconsin. Visibility is at about 2 miles here in Madison, mile visibility in Watertown, about 1.5 miles in Monroe. Fog's definitely a little thicker, though, as you head towards Milwaukee, where visibility is less than 1 mile right now. Winds are going to be very strong today. Now, we don't have any wind advisories in effect, but take a look at our wind gust speeds. That's what we're plotting on this map. We're looking at wind gusts in excess of 30 miles an hour for a good part of the afternoon, right into the evening hours. Normally, winds would die down at night, but not the case with this particular storm. It stays close enough that we expect strong winds even during the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. So very windy conditions. That's going to keep temperatures down today. In addition to that threat for on and off rain showers, we're looking at temps holding nearly steady near 50 degrees.
All right, Patty, thank you. Sailors from the coronavirus-stricken USS Theodore Roosevelt will begin to reboard their aircraft carrier today and tomorrow. They're allowed to reboard after testing negative for the virus twice in a 24-hour period. The 5,000 troops stationed on that ship were brought ashore in Guam after nearly a fifth of their crew tested positive for the virus. The Navy expects the ship to be back out to sea in the next 2 weeks following an additional round of testing for the troops who stayed aboard to watch the carrier.
Here in Wisconsin, one National Guard soldier from Sparta had a special socially distant welcome home celebration after a 6-month deployment to Afghanistan.
I was just relaxing, you know, I was like, it's nice to be home, just want to chill out. The wife was finally like, you need to start moving, get your uniform on right now. I was like, okay, what's going on?
Lieutenant Ryan Smith says he's been serving for 13 years. He's assigned to the 128th Infantry Regiment that just returned to Wisconsin this week. On top of being a Wisconsin Army National Guard officer, Lieutenant Smith is a state trooper and a father of a son and daughter.
Oh, I love that. And it's so good to have them home. And I would imagine it's got to be kind of uneasy traveling and coming home during a time like this, too.
Certainly a return he won't forget.
Yeah, for sure. Happy to have them home, though. All right, 6:20 right now, and still ahead, we've got the winners from today's Super Safe at Home Challenge, plus tomorrow's challenge, which will have you styling and profiling. How about that?
Quite the tease. And coming up in our next half hour, we're learning more about how local universities are planning to proceed with in-person classes come fall. Stay with us. News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back after this.
Landscape design can be overwhelming. Our experienced landscape designers, horticulturists, and arborists work together to make any vision come to life. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between, we are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows, and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regular $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive, and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regular $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it. And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Landscape design can be overwhelming. Our experienced landscape designers, horticulturists, and arborists work together to make any vision come to life. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between, we are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Coming up on 624 this morning, time to take a look at some of our entries for yesterday's Safe at Home Challenge. We asked you to show us your favorite superhero in honor of National Superhero Day. So here's a few of our favorites.
That's right. Our first runner-up is from Mary, who dressed her dog Ruger up as Captain Hook. Nice job. Look at that hair.
Can I dye my hair like that?
No, Josh.
Yes, you can.
Hey, it's quarantine. It's COVID. We can do whatever, right?
You go, girl. You're beautiful. All right, another runner-up this morning. Jean sent us this picture of her grandson.
Woody!
Dressed up as Woody from Toy Story, one of Josh's favorite movies.
Oh, I love those movies so much. Looks good. And here's this morning's winner. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Dog. Seth sent in this picture of his dog, ready to save the day. Oh my goodness.
I am melting. I need that dog.
So I'm a dog person until it comes to actually like having to take care of one, but like I would take some doggy cuddles and some kisses and then let the owner take care of the rest.
I'm a dog person through and through. Seth, you need a babysitter? Give me a call.
It's an adorable dog too.
Yeah, congrats to Seth and his little pup. You guys are winning today's challenge. We'll be sending you a gift card to a local business.
All right, well, tomorrow is Hairstyle Appreciation Day.
Speaking of pink hair.
Oh my God. So we want to see your wacky quarantine hairstyles. And yes, that does include facial hair too.
Yeah, well, be sure to head to our website, channel3000.com/safeathome to send in your submissions.
This might be the most popular Safe at Home challenge yet.
I mean, a lot of people probably won't even have to do anything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, the struggle is real for a lot of us. All right, well, let's get to our pet walk forecast for today because we have a cutie for you. Look at Nellie and Cooper in Partyville. They're sharing the chair. Kind of. Looks like one's on top of the other there. 52 degrees with on and off rain showers and strong winds. It is definitely a nap day today. Here's a look at our visibility. We're having issues with fog in southeastern Wisconsin mainly. Visibility is improving just a little bit here in Madison. We're up to 2 miles. Still less than 2 miles though in Monroe and Watertown. Look for those showers to continue to spread across the area. It's getting a little wet in Janesville right now. Temperatures are going to hold steady near 50 degrees. With strong north winds today.
All right, stay with us. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The road to Deer Season Madness is at Sloan's. Get a John Deere and your Sloan deal. Get 4.9% for 48 months or $69 per month on a John Deere Z345R. Get a John Deere now during Deer Season Madness and
Yeah, I'm a professional remodeler and I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those snazzy looking countertops. You know, like beautiful marble countertops, stunning quartz slabs, you name it. To be honest, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, who needs all that glitz and glamour from a counter? But my clients love those snazzy looking countertops, so we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it. Pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plunge you into deep depressive lows or give you unusually high energy, even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
The road to deer season madness is at Sloan's. Get a John Deere and your Sloan deal. Get 4.9% for 48 months at $139 per month on a John Deere Z720E. Get a John Deere now during deer season madness and powered up with Sloan's.
Right now, you'll be able to support small businesses in person today. Why it won't be your typical shopping experience.
And I'm keeping my eye on some showers and even some isolated thunderstorms that are moving through southeastern Wisconsin. All the full forecast in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday, April 29th. I'm Josh Breider.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Chris Stanford is off for the rest of the week, moving his family up from Oklahoma City. A pretty big move.
Yeah, big move. He left yesterday. It's a long drive, too. What do you say, 13 hours?
Oh, yeah. So he's got the next couple of days off. He'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, hopefully they get up here safely. It'll be nice to have his whole family here now.
Time to settle in.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we have lots to get to today. You will be able to support some of your favorite non-essential businesses in person starting today.
Businesses ranging from small engine shops to pet groomers will be open, but your shopping experience will look a lot different. Governor Evers' latest executive order eases restrictions on these businesses, allowing them to reopen as long as they follow health guidelines. All businesses need to offer over-the-phone or online payment options to avoid contact with their customers. Employees will also have to frequently disinfect their store and products.
There will be more options to get you and your family outdoors later this week. 34 Wisconsin state parks and recreational areas will reopen on Friday after being closed for the past 3 weeks. There will, of course, however, be restrictions. Bathrooms, shelters, and playgrounds will all stay closed, and the new adjusted hours will run from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., except Wednesdays, when all the properties will be closed for maintenance. All of those locations will also have capacity limitations, especially at busy places like Devil's Lake. Campgrounds will remain closed until May 26th. Now here's a look at some of the parks that are included in the reopening. The DNR website says Devil's Lake, Kinnickinnick, Lapham Peak, Copper Falls, and Flambeau River and Black River State Forests are just some of the spots. Trails, both walking and ATV, will also be open.
More than 6,300 Wisconsinites now have coronavirus, but there's a sign it may be slowing down. The Department of Health Services and Wisconsin National Guard are putting a plan on hold, which would have built an alternative care facility at the Alliant Energy Center. During their daily update, the DHS said they don't see an imminent need for the facility based on how the pandemic is unfolding in Wisconsin. If things change, though, they say they can reinstitute those plans. The Grant County Health Department says they're doing, quote, aggressive screening for COVID-19 at a long-term care facility. We first told you about the outbreak at Orchard Manor last week after 17 staff members and residents tested positive. That number has since increased, now up to a total of 27, including 19 residents and 8 staff members. The Grant County Health Department says they tested 240 people over the weekend. Staff members who tested positive are isolated at home this morning.
More than 50 people who went to the polls during Wisconsin's primary election earlier this month now have coronavirus. The number is currently at 52 total, and it's not clear whether they got the virus at the polls or somewhere else. Most of the positive cases come out of Milwaukee County, where only 5 of the 180 usual polling spots were open on April 7th. The number of confirmed cases includes both poll workers and voters. Meanwhile, the coronavirus is changing the way the Democratic Party of Wisconsin will hold its state convention. It'll still happen on June 12th as scheduled, but it's going to be held completely online. WPR reports the decision comes a week after the state Republican Party told its members it would push back its state convention 2 months to July.
The Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee is still scheduled to happen in person, something the nation's top infectious disease expert says is still possible. Dr. Anthony Fauci told the Journal Sentinel that he doesn't know for sure what the situation will be by the time the convention comes in August, but he's almost certain that there will still be the danger of more outbreaks. If it does happen in person, Dr. Fauci Fauci said some degree of extra care and physical distancing would most likely be required.
6:33 your time now. Miss Hattie McLean is talking about yet another rainy day in the forecast. Hey, Hattie.
Yes, good morning, Leah. You're right. We have more rain in the forecast. This is the total from yesterday or over the last 24 hours. You can see pretty heavy totals for southeastern Wisconsin, but that was not the case here in Madison. Just a trace of rainfall at the airport. Now on the radar map, again, southeastern Wisconsin receiving the heaviest rain. We've even noted some isolated rumbles of thunder with those lightning strikes showing up south of Janesville, an isolated lightning strike south of Watertown this morning as well. These showers continue to develop, though, to our north, and they'll rotate through the area today. So on and off rain is in the forecast all day today for southern Wisconsin. Here's the area of low pressure responsible for all of this moisture. Again, the heaviest rain is just to the east of that particular system, but more of a scattered scenario for the remainder of our area today. Take a live look outside, and it's definitely a little muggy this morning. We have fog in the area as well. You can see some raindrops on this particular camera lens as well on the west side of town. So we're starting off kind of a dreary start. Visibility is down to less than 2 miles in Juneau and Watertown, as well as Monroe. We do have 2-mile visibility here in Madison. Fog is a little thicker as you get closer to Lake Michigan this morning. Dense fog advisory in effect for southeastern Wisconsin. Now, it's not as extensive as it was yesterday, but it does include Jefferson and Rock counties until 10 o'clock this morning. Take a look at our current temperatures. We're starting off in the 40s in most spots, 44 in the Dells, 46 in Mineral Point, as well as Platteville. Janesville's the warm spot, though, 55 degrees. I would expect those temperatures to continue to fall over the next couple of hours in Janesville. Your future track forecast model showing you the rain continues on and off today. It will be heaviest south and east of Madison, but we'll still likely need the umbrella at times today. Northerly winds will be increasing as well, and that's really going to hold temperatures to around 50 degrees today. Don't look for the mercury to climb much. On and off rain showers continue in the forecast overnight into Thursday. Here's 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Chances for rain, though, gradually work their way eastward through the day on Thursday. So we should actually see some clearing in our western viewing area tomorrow. Total rain over the next couple of days will range anywhere from about 1/3 of an inch to less as you head towards the Mississippi River Valley. Keep in mind, though, much higher amounts for southeastern Wisconsin. There could be some urban flooding in some spots that get a lot of rain today. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have temperatures back into the 60s and still forecast to hit 70 on Saturday. The weekend shaping up to be pretty nice here in southern Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, we're ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Hattie. 6:36 your time now. The Evers administration is asking the state Supreme Court to throw out a lawsuit from lawmakers to block the extension of the Safer at Home order. The response says we are in a once-in-a-century pandemic that's caused all 3 branches of government to take extraordinary action. It also cites laws on the books that give powers to administrative agencies during times of crisis. The Republican-controlled legislature argues these statutes don't give that broad of authority and that lawmakers should be part of those decisions. In a statement, Governor Evers says the lawsuit puts lives at risk and, quote, if legislative Republicans want to be involved in the state's response, they should stop standing on the sidelines and start working to find solutions. The state Supreme Court has not made an official decision to accept this case, so this story is still very much developing.
Meat processing plants struggling with coronavirus outbreaks among workers will be kept open after President Trump invoked the Defense Production Act. The executive order also applies to plants that have already closed, which will have to reopen with healthy workers. Meat processing plants are considered critical to protect against food supply disruptions. The federal government is expected to provide workers with more protective gear and guidance as part of this order. This comes as the coronavirus continues to spread at food processing plants across Wisconsin. New this morning, we're learning more than 100 workers at the Darien facility have tested positive, and an employee at a Pleasant Prairie plant has also died. The Journal Sentinel reports OSHA is now investigating 7 Wisconsin food processing plants out of virus concerns.
Wisconsin is, of course, known for its dairy farmers, but we're also home to a lot of pig farms as well. Those farms are searching for ways to keep business going as the industry expects to lose $45 million from this pandemic. The Wisconsin Pork Association estimates pig farms in our state bring in about $376 million, marketing more than 100 million hogs. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee says pig farmers don't have enough room at their farms to raise the piglets when there's no market to sell them.
We can't hang on to the animals that long. There are people that have said, well, why can't you sell them to a consumer. Well, how many consumers do you know that are ready and equipped for a 300-pound hog to come and live at their place? And I say live because they're going to have to take care of that animal for a while until they can get it processed.
Yankee says the pork production industry has collapsed by nearly 30% during this pandemic. She's worried about the impact it might have on producers' mental health. 6:39 on your Wednesday. Wisconsin gas prices are at their lowest levels in nearly 20 years. You can credit that to the ongoing pandemic and an oil price war.
While AAA doesn't expect prices to drop much below $1 a gallon, this morning Christina Laurie is sharing new information about how long they could stay this low. Good morning, Christina.
Hi, Josh and Leah. There's no need to rush out to fill up right now. How long prices will stay less than $1 largely depends on how long safer-at-home orders like the one we're under remain in effect, but AAA says prices likely won't start inching higher until later this summer. So there's no need to rush out right this morning. I talked to Nick Jarmuth from Wisconsin's AAA. He says one reason gas prices are so low is because strong oil production continued this spring, even as demand evaporated, leaving an inventory surplus that still needs to be used up before prices begin to increase significantly. Right now, AAA says it's hard to tell if we can expect prices to stay below $2 a gallon for the foreseeable future, but early predictions indicate that answer is yes. They expect it will take most of the year for production and demand to realign. Once things do open up, AAA says there will definitely be pent-up demand for travel, but it's still trying to pinpoint how, when, and what that might look like. Nick says AAA's national office hopes to release more information on that next week, which coincidentally is National Travel and Tourism Week. A little ironic this year with most things closed down, Josh and Leah.
Yeah, I think we're all ready for a little tourism. Christina Laurie, thank you very much.
New this morning, a $37 million project to improve a dangerous highway crossing on Madison's southeast side is one step closer to becoming a reality. The State Journal reports the City Finance Committee unanimously recommended creating a new diamond interchange with an overpass for Highway AB at Highway 1218. The hope is that it would reduce crashes and improve access to nearby places like Ho Chunk Gaming and the Yahara Hills Golf Course. That project still needs approval by the city. 6:41 right now. Time for your First Warn traffic update this morning. We are waking up to some fog, especially south and east of Madison this morning. So just a reminder, make sure those headlights are on. Even when daylight is here, you want to have that on so you're visible. We are still tracking that crash on Stoughton Road this morning, which has all lanes blocked. It happened at Buckeye Road. There was a semi rollover, and we've got a live look at the scene right now from News 3 Now this morning. Photojournalist Mark Schilling. You can see the semi on its side right now. We do know one person was taken to the hospital. Looks like some traffic is being routed around that right now, but try to avoid that area this morning as crews keep cleaning that up this morning. No more look at traffic this morning. Other than that crash here, no real problems. There's a look at your drive times, everything in the green. If you're coming up from Janesville, normal speeds take you around 25 minutes. Coming up on 6:42 right now, let's take a live look outside this morning on this Wednesday. Look at that. Not much to see. A very dreary and wet Wednesday to start us off. Hattie's talking about when that fog will burn off and more shower chances coming up.
Plus, we'll introduce you to a 7-year-old girl doing something good for folks in need in our community. How you can help her out when News 3 Now this morning continues.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we have great prices every day. So during our big spring sale, you know the savings will be huge. Right now, buy 3 tires from top brands like Goodyear or Cooper, get 1 free. Restock your tackle box with 25% off lures and baits. Save big on these KT welding helmets, only $59.99. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
At Govan Cars, your safety is our #1 priority. We are taking necessary precautions to clean and sanitize all of our vehicles and facilities. With prices being at an all-time low, we are able to sell these cars well below market value. So hurry in today and take advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime low prices. Call to schedule an appointment and Go to Gobin Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Americans have been cutting the lawn for hundreds of years, but with TurfBot, the future of mowing is now. Our quiet, all-electric robotic mowers work around the clock to keep your lawn trimmed 24/7. That means less time spent mowing and more time spent enjoying. Equipped with LED headlights, auto-stop sensors, and anti-theft GPS devices, our mowers run safely with no supervision. Come home to a freshly mowed lawn every day for as little as $30 a week. Call today and get free installation when you sign up. TurfBot, on the cutting edge.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
News 3 Now.
Protesters ignore state orders to stay at home.
Disappointed and frightened by what the protests would pose in our state.
Providing you with the facts.
We need a decrease in the amount of positive tests as a percent of the total tests for 14 days.
About how the coronavirus outbreak is impacting our community.
Drive-by salute to the workers in Madison.
For the latest information, safety advice, and breaking news, watch News 3 Now, your coronavirus headquarters.
A 7-year-old Madison girl is doing something good to help feed our community.
Morgan Marsh McGlone is hosting a virtual lemonade stand. She's already met her first fundraising goal, so now she's raising the bar with an added perk.
We have reached our $800 goal, and that's a lot. I'm happy that you guys contributed, and so our new goal is $1,500, and if you get that goal, we're gonna have a puppy at our lemonade stand that you can pet.
I'm sold.
I think we all are.
Puppies and lemonade, you can't go wrong there. Morgan is raising the money for Little John's, a pay-what-you-can restaurant that takes extra food from grocery stores and turns it into affordable restaurant-quality meals. Anyone who donates gets a coupon for a free lemonade, which you can redeem later. Morgan has a Facebook page where you can donate, and we have got a link to that up right now on channel3000.com.
Oh, she's too cute. I love that she has goals, too.
Yeah.
Great businesswoman. Here at News 3 Now, we want to thank all the people in our community making a difference during this time of uncertainty.
Every morning, we feature one of our frontline workers, and today we're thanking Micah.
His wife, Emily, sent us this photo of him on Facebook. Micah is a garbage man for Waste Management. Looks like he's in his truck right there. Micah, thank you for your continued work through this pandemic, keeping our community clean and safe, and heading out every day. I think we forget how many essential workers there are heading out that still have to go in every day to help us all out.
Keeping us safe.
All right, 4:46 right now. Hattie, trying to keep us safe, but that fog is just, makes me want to go back to bed.
I know, you and me both. It is a dreary start to the day. Dense fog advisory in effect for just one county in our viewing area. The National Weather Service in Milwaukee has trimmed back that dense fog advisory just a little bit as visibility's improved, but it's still in effect for Jefferson County until 10 o'clock. Here's a look at current visibilities. Again, improving to 2-mile visibility in Janesville, but still just 1/4 mile in Milwaukee, about 1.75 miles in Watertown. In addition to the fog, we're also dealing with pretty strong winds. Future track wind speeds today are going to be increasing, so by 9 o'clock we're looking at about a 20-mile-an-hour wind, about a 25-mile-an-hour wind as we go through the afternoon right into the evening. Some of those wind gusts could be approaching 40 miles an hour though at times, so be careful today. Those winds will stay strong even into the overnight hours. Winds and rain will keep temperatures right around 50 through the day today. That mercury isn't going to go too far. We should hold nearly steady through the afternoon.
Patty, thank you very much. Coming up in the morning sprint, why some folks who don't go into work out of fear for their health won't be able to get unemployment benefits.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now.
Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here, in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Duracell Optimum will be right where you need them today, tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after that, day after day. Packaging designed to make storage easier. Duracell Optimum.
New Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2010.
To the doggy!
Remove 10 years of yellow stains with new Colgate Optic White Renewal.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
Ganser has the answer.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the latest as businesses get ready to reopen today, but with some changes. Governor Evers' latest executive order eases restrictions on some non-essential businesses and allows them to reopen as long as they follow health guidelines. Those businesses need to offer over-the-phone or online payment options to avoid contact with their customers. Employees will also have to frequently disinfect their store and products.
There will be more options to get you and your family outdoors safely later this week. 34 Wisconsin state parks and recreational areas will reopen on Friday after being closed for the past 3 weeks. But there will be some restrictions. Bathrooms, shelters, and playgrounds will all be closed. And the new adjusted hours will be 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. except Wednesdays, when all the properties will be closed for maintenance. All of the locations will also have capacity limitations.
More than 6,300 Wisconsinites now have coronavirus, but there's a sign it may be slowing down. The Department of Health Services and the Wisconsin National Guard are putting that plan on hold that would have built an alternative care facility at the Alliant Energy Center. The DHS said they don't see an imminent need for the facility based on how the pandemic is unfolding in Wisconsin. If things change, they say they can reinstitute those plans.
The Evers administration is asking the state Supreme Court to throw out a lawsuit the legislature filed last week, which looks to block the extension of the Safer at Home order. In a statement, Governor Evers says Republicans should, quote, stop standing on the sidelines and start working to find solutions to help farmers, small businesses, and workers. The state Supreme Court has not made an official decision to accept this case yet.
52 people who went to the polls during Wisconsin's primary election earlier this month now have coronavirus. It's not clear whether they got the virus at the polls or somewhere else. Most of the positive cases come out of Milwaukee County, where only 5 of the 180 usual polling spots were open on April 7th. The number of confirmed cases includes both poll workers and voters.
The Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee is still scheduled to happen in person, something the nation's top infectious disease expert says is still possible. Dr. Anthony Fauci told the Journal Sentinel that he doesn't know for sure what the situation will be by the time the convention is here in August, but he's almost certain that there will still be the danger of more outbreaks, so precautions would need to be taken.
There could be a third-party candidate on your ballot come November. Michigan Representative Justin Amash is a Republican turned independent. He's launching an exploratory committee to run in the 2020 election. Reuters reports he would run as a libertarian. The 40-year-old legislator joined Democrats to vote to impeach Trump, but votes with Republicans on most other policy issues.
President Trump is facing a lawsuit this morning from an Illinois resident over the federal government declining to give stimulus checks to U.S. citizens who are married to immigrants without Social Security numbers. The IRS says only married couples where both spouses have valid Social Security numbers would get payments. The U.S. citizen says the ban violates the Constitution and is a form of discrimination.
Iowa is warning furloughed workers that they will lose unemployment benefits if their employer calls them back and they refuse to go. This comes as Governor Kim Reynolds moves to partially reopen the state on Friday. The Des Moines Register reports workers who don't go to work out of fear of catching the virus will be considered a voluntary quit. That disqualifies them from those benefits.
Wisconsin gas prices are at their lowest level so far this century, and AAA says you could expect them to stay this way at least for the foreseeable future. Demand is down, and there's still an excess supply of oil. The average gas price in the Madison Metro is $1.20 a gallon, though many stations are selling for less than $1. AAA doesn't expect prices to tick back up until demand does, and with our Safer at Home order extended through Memorial Day, they don't yet know when Wisconsinites will travel again. So for the meantime, gas prices are continuing to fall. Find out how much lower they might go on channel3000.com.
Christina, thank you. We've been following breaking news of a semi-rollover on Stoughton Road this morning. This is a live look at the scene. You can see the intersection at Stoughton Road and Buckeye Road is still blocked off. Traffic is being rerouted in that area, so if you're heading in that direction, you'll want to find a closer route. And we've got a closer look right now at our First Warn traffic maps this morning. We do know that one lane is open southbound, but northbound, all lanes are still closed. So you'll just want to avoid that area altogether this morning. There's your drive times. If you're coming up from Janesville, shouldn't have any issues. Average speed around 70 miles an hour. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast is dealing with some showers and isolated thunderstorms near Janesville this morning. Those showers will continue to rotate through southern Wisconsin. On and off rain is expected today. Strong northerly winds are going to keep temperatures nearly steady as well. We're looking at temps holding steady near 50 degrees even into the afternoon. A much nicer forecast though shaping up for the end of the week with 70s in the area on Saturday.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Stay well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.